Today on Community Watch, I am talking with Barbara Beninato, who is on the board of directors for the Rome Symphony Orchestra. Got a big event coming up on the Georgia Highlands campus, June 8th and 9th, involving a circus. You want to hear about it? Don't miss this show. Community Watch starts now. Welcome to Community Watch. I am thrilled to have with me today Barbara Beninato, symphony historian expert, to talk about symphony.
Yeah,
so
nice to be here.
It's great to see you.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Yeah. The Rome Symphony is just an amazing organization, and we will talk about that, but first, I want to talk about this great event coming up. It's going to be at Georgia Highlands.
It is, yeah. Our own campus out there on Cedartown Highway, yes.
So what's happening?
We're bringing the circus back. We had a great event last year in June and had it downtown. Mm-hmm. Brought in lots and lots of folks that were in the downtown area and just had a great time. But it's professional circus performers that we're bringing in, trapeze artists, jugglers, balance, just all sorts of different things, and they're coming from all different places, from Las Vegas, California, New Jersey, I think, and just, it's a fun group that they kind of know each other. It's like anything, they're a group of people and they all know somebody who knows somebody. And so when you put out the word, we need a juggler, oh, I know somebody, or I need this. And so we're bringing back some of the special people that we had last year. And we're going to bring it back and do a live circus performances with music. And this year it's going to be swing and jazz. And so last year it was more classic. We had Copeland music and things like this. And the neat thing about it is that they get the music ahead of time. And so they choreograph their act to go with the music that's going. And one of my favorite things last year was a gentleman by the name of Russell who did the silks. Where they hang the silks and he rolls himself up and then he drops. Right. And he did it to Coming Home from Copeland. And it was just, I was in tears. It was just absolutely gorgeous. So we're real excited that they're all coming back, or a lot of them are coming back to do this.
Well, that's great. And it is going to be, for those who are familiar with the Highlands campus just south of town, it's going to be on the soccer field.
It's going to be on the soccer field right next to Paris Lake. So we're going to have some food trucks there, so people can bring their own picnics if they want to. We do encourage that you bring your own seats or blankets. We do have some tables and chairs for rent. If you're interested in that, you can contact the symphony office. But there'll be some food trucks there to sell stuff. We'll have some concessions like popcorn and cotton candy. We've got some symphony merchandise that's for sale. And it's just going to be a fun atmosphere.
You can always get your symphony merch at these.
You can get your symphony merch. We have T-shirts and we have beautiful cards that were designed with musical notes or musical instruments on them by Cheryl Reiner Hodge that are for sale. So
that's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So there are actually two performances.
Two performances, right.
And it's Saturday, June 8th.
8th, at 4 o'clock. And I want to make sure that I have this right because it's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
And the campus opens to our guests at 4. And then Sunday, the performance is at 4 with the campus opening at 2 o'clock.
Okay, so 6 o'clock on Saturday the 8th, 4 o'clock on Sunday.
Correct.
And you can come a couple hours early.
That's right.
Settle in and picnic.
Enjoy the lake, the grounds.
The lake.
Yeah. Look around at all the new things that are going on at Georgia Highlands College with their restorations and updates for some of the. It's beautiful.
It's an opportunity to have a look around and see what's going on.
It'll be a lot of fun.
The lake is spectacular.
It is. It's gorgeous. And I don't think a lot of people even know there's a lake back there.
And there's just a wonderful walking trail all the way around.
Yeah.
It's great. So an opportunity for folks to see
Right,
the
yeah.
campus, but also to have this great
Yeah.
event and circus. You know,
Dr.
perfect
Hobbs
for
has
kids.
been very, very gracious in allowing us to get on there, and I know it's part of his kind of overall plan to open that campus up to the community
Yeah.
too. So it was a great collaboration.
Well, great.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. So, if folks are interested, and I know you are, buy tickets online, or how do
Tickets in
it
advance are going to save everybody about $5 per ticket, and so you can buy them online through the Symphony website, which is www.romesymphony.org. And you go to current season and purchase your tickets. And then if you aren't able to do that, we can sell them at the door. They go up a little bit. So let's see, to give you an advance tickets for an adult are $25, and for seniors and military it's $15, and then that goes up $5 if you buy them at the door. Children, we try and keep our student and children prices pretty low. So children are only $10 in advance, $15 at the door, and a child is $5 in advance, $10. And this really is going to be a great concert for the young people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a real good introduction. They get to, it's visual and audio and just a lot going on, so it's really fun. Better
Well-
than a video on TV or
Oh,
something.
absolutely. Absolutely. This event, this concert circus event, is typical of what the symphony seems to be doing more and more of, and just
Yeah.
being so creative and finding ways to reach out to the community.
Yeah, I would say Jeffrey is really one of our most creative people that we've had. He really is interested in bringing music, great music, to the masses. And we're very fortunate. He's an excellent conductor, very charismatic. If people have met him or seen him on other things. And unfortunately, he couldn't be here for this.
Right.
We tried to get a Zoom, but that didn't quite work out, I guess.
Yeah.
And but he really is interested in just letting everybody, and we want to keep our prices low so that it is available for everybody to come. And he's just a real great guy, and the musicians love him. And I think that's one of the things that you see in the performances is that he really knows how to bring out the musicians to do their very best. And all of our musicians are professional musicians anyway. That's kind of what keeps us different from a community orchestra, in that we do have a lot that are here in the community that are teachers and have their degrees in their instrument, but we also bring in people from Chattanooga, Huntsville, LaGrange, and even sometimes farther out than that if we can. And they love coming back because they really enjoy playing under him.
And his name is
Jeffrey Dokken. And so if you're a heavy metal lover, the Dokken Band, that is his uncle.
Really?
That is his uncle, yes, sir. Yeah. So, and he grew up on heavy metal music, I guess. Then he went to school, and he has a degree in voice. He's a wonderful, has sung with the orchestra before and loves doing that, and then conducting. So he's a very interesting young man.
And you told me before we started the show today that he's involved with a team in Washington. Tell me about that.
He loves sports. He loves golf. He loves football. Loves baseball. And so he is the conductor of the Washington Commanders marching band for the Washington Commanders football team.
That is great.
And the marching band is comprised of mostly, I think, the military band members that are in the D.C. area, the Marine Band and things like that.
Yeah.
So he sometimes has to leave here on a Saturday night or early Sunday morning in order to get back to Washington, D.C. for an afternoon game.
Well,
it's a good thing he's young because he can do that.
Well, I think that's a good opportunity for us to talk a little bit about the symphony in the bigger picture. I mean, I don't think people realize, first of all, how long symphony's been around.
Right. It's been over 100 years. I think we're going on about 102 or 103. Now, we were down for a little while during the Depression and some of World War II, but I mean, we've been up and going since the 60s under John Caruth and then through that legacy. So, yeah, it's been a real good run.
And that just seems amazing to me for a community the size of Rome to have a true symphony.
Yeah,
a
it's
true
true.
symphony.
And it's interesting. there's a legacy and a history of music in the community that I don't think a lot of people are aware of, and it's a nice segue in that we're having a history of the RSO written, and Nancy Smith is doing that for us, and we're about ready to go to the publisher with it. And she has taken some of that history of the community and how music got started here. I mean, we had opera stars coming to Rome, Georgia to perform at the Nevin Opera House in the 20s. And, you know, it's just a remarkable history that of the music of this community, let alone the symphony. So that's going to be a lot of fun to be able to read that and see that too.
And you have, well, you continue to serve on the board of directors.
I do.
But have been just a dynamic champion for the symphony, and it's challenging. I mean, it is an expensive endeavor.
It is expensive, especially
to keep the quality that you want.
Yeah, and that's it. Is that we want the quality, and we want to be able to pay a fair and equitable, salary, or stipend to our musicians that come in, and it does cost money. I mean, this concert is probably going to cost, including the cost of the circus performers, close to $30,000, 25 to 30. And most of our concerts cost, anywhere from 15 to 20. And Jeffrey Dawkin has been very, very good about trying to keep us in the red, in the black, right?
Yes,
in the black,
yeah.
In the black. And doing so that we have some big concerts and then we have some smaller ones. And this concert will be a jazz band. So it'll be a slightly smaller group, but they won't be lacking in love or volume. And I want to just say that some of the things that they're going to be playing are Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, Fly Me to the Moon, Take 5, It Don't Mean a Thing, 1 o'clock, Jump, and things like that. So it's going to be a fun concert just alone with the music, let alone having all the circus performers jumping around.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great experience for everyone who goes. So the expense of the symphony, I know, has been off and on a concern.
Right.
But you, and by you I mean the board of directors, a larger group, have always figured it out.
We have.
And it's really amazing.
And our audience is growing. I mean, I think under Jeffrey, we're seeing our audience growing and being very appreciative of the quality of music. I mean, we get a lot of people that come in for the first time and go, oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Why should I drive to Atlanta to hear somebody when it's right here in my backyard?
Right.
And it's funny, sometimes we see more out-of-towners or new people to Rome coming to the symphony than some of the people that have been in Rome for years and years. And I haven't quite figured out what I'm missing or what we're missing and not getting some of those long-term people here to come and hear us, because they really would be blown away about the quality.
Well, there's
now.
no question about it.
Yeah.
They really need to.
The tickets are just a drop in the bucket. All you need to do
Certainly
is come and try it one time.
Compared to anything you want to do in Atlanta.
Yes,
anything.
That's true. And you don't have to worry about traffic.
In fact, the gas alone would probably
pay for your concert. That's exactly right.
Well, we're coming up on our break here.
Okay.
When we come back, we will remind folks about the details for this event, weekend event coming up soon. But also talk about what's coming up this year for the symphony.
Sounds good.
So, don't go away. We've got a lot more discussion to come.
Most affordable bachelor's degree in Northwest Georgia is right here at Georgia Highlands College. High quality and career focused. That's what you can expect at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu.
Welcome back to Community Watch. I'm having a conversation with Barbara Beninato, who is talking about all things Rome Symphony. Big event coming up on the Georgia Highlands campus.
Correct.
June 8th and 9th, and
Yep.
we'll share those particulars with you again as we reach the end of the segment. But I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about the plans for the new season. And you mentioned the fact that there are some folks in Rome that just haven't made it to the
Just haven't made it.
They need to.
Yeah, I'll challenge them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll even give a free ticket if it's the first time
Oh,
that
don't
they've
do
been
that.
there.
Don't do that. You don't want
I'll
to do
charge
that.
them double. No, I
There
should
you
not.
go. There you go.
We'll work with them. If they want to come and they haven't been there and they're just not sure, just let us know and we'll work with you. That's what we're here for. So,
Well, what's coming up?
so our new season will start in, I'm going to put on my glasses and look at my notes if you don't mind, in October. And it's going to be Carole King. I'm not sure
Really?
exactly what he has planned, but that's in my notes. It's Carole King. And I think all of our concerts will be at the Rome City Auditorium in that season, that 24-25 season, except our June concert, which is our traditional outdoor concert. And we hope to have it back at Darlington like we do. And that's a fun one. I'll touch base with that. And then in November, we're going to have more of a traditional kind of concert. I think it's going to be Brahms and Bach or something around that with Dr. Alex Wasserman from Reinhardt as our piano soloist. And that's also going to be when our young artist competition winners will perform. So we just had auditions in April for 21 applicants to audition, and high school and college age kids, both voice and instrumental. And we selected 2 winners, one in the vocal category, one in the instrumental category, and 2 runner-ups. And so then we always invite our winners to come back and perform with the symphony. And so they will be performing in November with the symphony. And if you got a chance to go to the tango concert or hear about it, that was in April, and the 2 winners from the previous year played and sang in that one. And the one gentleman who was on the violin, I guess, brought the house down. Just absolutely. I missed that concert. First one in about 30 years. And then in December, we'll have a traditional concert, Christmas concert.
Okay.
In February, right now, the kind of working concert name is Dueling Divas. And I'm not sure who that's going to be, but last year we had Jackie Fontaine do a concert with us out at the Berry Recital Hall. And she was about 8 months pregnant. And so the baby's almost a year old now or close to, and I think she might be the one we're inviting back, but I haven't gotten the particulars. Then in April, I'm really excited about this. We're going to collaborate with the Rome Shakespeare Festival to do 2 performances of Pirates of Penzance.
Really?
So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then back in June, like I said, there will be an outdoor concert, traditional one, hopefully at Darlington. They're having some renovations done on a couple of areas, and we're just waiting to see which particular area will fit into. But there are a couple of alternatives out there. And that's usually when people bring a picnic and we set up chairs and by the candlelight, and, it's a lot of fun.
Which is what's happening at Georgia
That's will
Highlands.
also be at Georgia Highlands. That's correct. If they want to rent a table and chairs, we'll set them up with a tablecloth and a couple of votive candles. They can decorate it as they want. But everybody else is encouraged to bring either their own lawn chairs or a picnic blanket or whatever. And I think I mentioned it before, we'll have some food trucks there. So Frio's Gourmet Pops are going to be there. Janwich is going to be there one of the days. Sharp's Smokestack another day. And Shelby Coffee is going to be there both days. And I'm looking for a couple more food trucks to fill in.
Oh, that's cool.
Something. So there'll
is
be
great.
something there. So, but yeah, the circus concert is going to be great. And I do want to take a chance to thank our sponsors. Georgia Council of the Arts is one of them. Of course, Georgia Highlands College is. Advent Health Foundation and the City of Rome are our sponsors. Publix Charities, Pirelli, and Synovus Bank also joined the ranks. We're still looking for a few more sponsors. So if they don't make it on the poster, they'll at least make it on a banner at the concert and our social media.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm curious, is it the conductor that makes the decisions about the season?
Yeah. With the board, we work on a budget. and then he works on that budget, within that budget, to give us what we need for the season. So sometimes he comes back and asks for a little bit more.
Really?
Yeah, imagine that. So we usually try to give him, and then we look for sponsorships. We'll do program ads going out for information in probably the beginning of June. And so a lot of businesses put our program ads in, and that helps with the cost of printing the programs, but it also goes into the general fund to help promote the concerts and pay our musicians. And then we also have sponsorships through the subscription series. So, for instance, if somebody wanted to sponsor the principal flute for $2,500, their name goes on as the sponsor for that particular chair. And then there's a reception after one of the concerts for all of the sponsors of the chairs to meet the chair that they have sponsored.
Nice.
And so that's really a nice event too. And there are some other perks that are in there for the high rollers.
Right,
We get to go to dinner with the conductor and do some other things. So,
But for folks just generally, it's a wonderful and very entertaining
it is.
and
It's-
impressive
Yeah.
event to attend, no matter which concert it is.
No matter which concert it is. And it's not a fancy thing. I mean, we're not expecting people to wear their tuxedos and their ball gowns or anything like that. We want seats in the seats. And so as long as you're dressed appropriately, then, we prefer shoes and shirts. And
That's probably good.
and we do sell concessions at them, so that's kind of a nice little treat to have concessions there, and then some of our merchandise. And most of our tickets now are electronic, so that's been kind of a learning curve for a lot of us, is how to get electronic tickets. But that's worked out pretty well, and people are very accommodating and used to it. And once you go online and purchase your tickets, you don't even really need a ticket in hand. You can kind of just say, "I'm John Hershey, I'm here," and we check in, your whole party of 20.
Oh, right. But seriously, every time I have gone, it's just been an impressive, enjoyable evening.
It's a nice evening.
And really, the price is manageable.
We hope so.
And considering what it costs to even see a movie now,
Right.
that's very competitive.
Yeah, we think so too.
So, for folks who haven't been, you need to.
You need to try it. We'll have a variety of things, and that's the nice thing. If you're not necessarily one who enjoys the good classics, or the classics like Dr. Wasserman will be playing on the piano and with the orchestra, then we've got Pirates of Penzance. I think almost everybody who was in chorus in high school or college did Pirates of Penzance at least once. And the Carole King, I mean, who doesn't love Carole King?
Right.
And
That sounds
so
like a
that's going to
great
be
one,
fun.
yeah.
And if I haven't, I kind of know who might be coming for the Dueling Divas, and that's always a fun concert to have two soloists that are collaborating together and then doing solos. So,
And also just something that local residents should be very proud of, to have a symphony of this caliber.
well, I like to tell the story. We had one mother that called me, this was several years ago, and she said, my child has special needs, and I'm just concerned about bringing him. And I said, one, you can leave any time. If, there's a problem, just come in. There's an intermission, you can leave. But I said, you might be surprised, and you never know what you're going to introduce a child or a grandchild to. And that child sat there mesmerized, watching the musicians on stage and the conductor, and it opened a door for him. It was really quite interesting. And I think that's what, my job as a grandparent is to introduce my grandchildren to different forms of art, just anything and everything. And so they've been to the concert and they enjoy it. So I hope that now that they're getting a little bit older, we'll get them to a few more this year. But it's just something that's kind of nice.
I just think it's something you want to support and be proud of.
Yeah.
But it's also just great entertainment.
Yeah, it is. It's a good time. And our concerts are usually only about 90 minutes long with a 15 to 20 minute intermission. So it's very doable. And, like I said, if somebody needs to leave at intermission, we understand.
They won't want to.
They won't want to.
Yeah.
If they need to come at intermission, that's okay too. We'll let them in the door.
Well, let's talk about the circus again and make sure we have all of that information repeated for folks.
Food trucks will be available. You're welcome to bring your own picnic. We request that you use as much plastic as you can. Don't bring in your crystal and glasses so that we don't have breakage and things like that. We'll have food trucks available. We'll have popcorn and cotton candy available for concessions. It's rain or shine, unfortunately. So be kind of prepared if it looks like the weather's a little bit iffy. I'm sure if it does rain, there's going to be a consideration for the safety of the trapeze artists and that. But, if it's one of those things that we can just kind of make a delay, we will. And
it's
buy your
going
tickets.
to be beautiful weather. So
I think it's going to be gorgeous.
It's going to be great.
And let me think. I'm trying to think what else we've got going on. Food
Well,
trucks.
it will be a concert in conjunction with a circus.
That's right. Yeah.
So you're really getting 2 for 1.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're getting 2 for 1. That's exactly right. So, but they did a fantastic job last year. Daniel and Lizzie are coming back. It's kind of their circus company that they have now, and they do the trapeze portion. I don't know if Jeffrey's wife is coming to do some of the trapeze. She has been taking some circus lessons. So we'll see what happens there. But it's a great group of people, and I'm fortunate that I get to house, I think, 3 or 4 of them at my house that weekend. So it's always a lot of fun.
Well, I think it'll be great at the Georgia Highlands campus.
Yeah. Cedartown Highway.
Saturday, June 8th, at 6.
6, that's right.
But you can get there a couple hours early.
Yep, the campus will open 2 hours early.
Or the next day, Sunday, June 9th at 4.
4, correct.
And you can come both days.
You can come both days if you'd like to. You can look up information on the Symphony website, www.romesymphony.org, or give me a call at 706-291-SYMP.
Really?
How about
You did that on purpose.
I did that on purpose.
And tickets can be purchased
Online.
a little more cheaply ahead of time.
Right. You say about $5 per ticket. Yep.
At the Symphony website.
And if you have any problems with the website, just give a call, leave a message. If I can't answer the phone, I'll give you a call back and walk you through it, or do it from my end, and we'll get you set up.
And you can also just pay there.
Yep.
It's a little more expensive, but
Cash,
still a
check,
great
or
deal.
credit card we take.
Everything.
Yeah,
That's pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Gold to blue. So
Yeah.
just whatever. Well, it sounds like a great event.
It's a lot of fun. It really is. And
Great
to
for
see these
families.
kids
Yeah.
that come hearing good music but watching, the circus performers, they're just in awe. Because you just don't get to see a live circus that much anymore,
Right.
especially up close and personal like it's going to be at Georgia Highlands.
Well, we are out of time.
All right.
And I will see you at the Symphony at Georgia Highlands June 8th and 9th. Go to the website to get your tickets, or pay when you show up. But thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
And thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time on Community Watch.